We're on location at Drumthwacket, the people's home, if you will, the governor's official mansion in the state of New Jersey. We're talking to Alexis Degan, executive director of the New Jersey Brewers Association. Alexis, question.
Sure.
What does the Brewers Association have to do with Drumthwacket?
Everything. This is the governor's home, and New Jersey Brewers Association wants to be in everyone's home. So, but also the governor and first lady have announced that they will be exclusively serving only New Jersey craft beer and wine going forward.
Why is that significant?
Oh, well, it's, for one thing, it shows that they have a pride in the products that are coming out of the state. Like we do, and it shows kind of where we've come as an industry. So far in the last 7 years, we have 114 breweries. They're all doing amazing things. So when the governor has people over for a drink, the fact that he's having them over for a New Jersey beer is huge. It means that people who wouldn't necessarily think to go to their liquor store and get a New Jersey craft beer might now, because they've had it here, they've had the opportunity to enjoy it and see what the state has to offer.
Take a step back. The New Jersey Brewers Association been in existence for how long?
So in one form or another, it's been in existence since 1997.
So 20 plus years, almost 23 years. And how much has the industry grown in that time?
Hugely. So back in 2012, the legislature passed a law that allowed for easier access to having a brewery, and the big thing was opening a tasting room. So
a tasting
room. Previous to 2012, manufacturing breweries could manufacture beer and give tours and tastings to individuals who had come, but they couldn't sell their beer for consumption on site. In 2012, the law changed. One of the big parts of that law was creating a retail space at the brewery. So now the breweries have become a kind of a hybrid manufacturing retail space where people are able to come, enjoy a pint, have some time with some friends, and really experience, what you're seeing in other states. You go to other states, you have the tasting room experience at a brewery.
I'm curious about this. Alexis, are other states ahead of New Jersey on this, with this industry?
Well, so yes and no. I mean, they're ahead of us in that they've had longer to get to where they are. Again, we're one of the youngest industries as in that regard, but we are also one of the fastest growing. We tied Kentucky last year for fastest growing New Jersey craft beer industry. And New Jersey is, big into beer. So our
New Jersey. That's a great slogan, New Jersey, ... We're big into beer.
We are,
You think that's going to overtake New Jersey and you? Perfect together. I'm sorry to
New Jersey
Tom
beer
King.
And you, perfect
Look
together.
at you. You're a marketing genius. So again, in all seriousness, this industry, how many people are we talking about employing?
Oh, God, hundreds. So there's, like I said, 114 breweries. Even the smallest brewery has at least 2 or 3 employees.
Are they all over the state?
All over the state, from as far south as Cape May to as far north as Warren County. And I go everywhere.
What's it take to actually make that happen? An actual brewery?
Oh, it takes a lot.
Describe that, because it's not something I'm familiar with.
Sure. Well, it takes finding a space. And what's great is, because this law was wide open, it allowed
2012 law?
2012 law, yes. It allowed for spaces to open in all sorts of different ways. What's really exciting is you saw these depressed downtowns with shuttered retail spaces getting reopened with breweries inside. There are other warehouse spaces on the outskirts of town that which have been utilized as larger production facilities. We had our first ground-up brewery since Prohibition was built in Glassboro, was Bonesaw Brewing. But since then, other breweries themselves have gone from the space that they kind of transformed for their brewery into building a space for themselves. Angry Eric up in Warren County
What's the name?
Angry Eric.
Who is that?
He's a Viking. No. It's a gentleman named Eric. It is very Viking themed. Him and his wife Heidi have put together a fabulous space. Their bar is this large recreation of kind of a model Viking ship, and it's gorgeous. It was crafted by a local woodworker.
By the way, we're public television. We don't promote. The beer is here.
Certainly not. But,
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
These are just 4 samples.
Correct.
What is Women's Brew Day?
So last year...
Only women can drink that day?
Only women can drink that day, no. So, there are a lot of women in the craft beer world.
Are there really?
Oh, there really are. And see, that reaction is why we have Women's Brew Day. So, but historically, women were the brewers of beer. When you go to the origins of beer, just in general, women were the brewers because they were the homemakers. They were the ones, storing the grain into beer. And it only became when guys realized that you could make money off it. Is when they kind of took it over.
So the guys get involved.
Well, and that's interesting history for you. Witchcraft. I know.
Don't connect with witchcraft to beer. Is there a connection?
So when an alewife was available to sell beer in a crowd, in order to find her, she would wear a tall conical hat. And if she had beer in her place to sell, she would put her broom outside. So I'm just going to let you make those connections.
We'll leave that alone.
Sure.
But that is a big day, the Women's Brew Day.
Correct. And so last year, Pink Boot Society, they do it all over the country and internationally. Last year, we did a 2-barrel system with 13 breweries and 20 women all over the industry, owners, tasting room managers, salespeople, different positions. This year, so we did it at Forgotten Boardwalk, we did a 2-barrel system, a 2-barrel brew, tiny. This year, Jamie, the owner of Forgotten Boardwalk, was so excited by the response to it, we've scaled it up. It's going to be a 60-barrel brew. We have 35 breweries signed up. Pretty sure we're going to have upwards of 100 women there. And then we're doing it in February in time to release during Women's History Month. So we can talk about women in beer, women in history, women in New Jersey.
You're passionate about this?
Absolutely.
Because?
Well, I'm passionate about beer, and anything that gives me an opportunity to talk about beer in a creative way is fun. But also, in the industry, the people in the industry are very supportive of women, which is tough. It's a very male-dominated field. When customers come in and you have a tasting room manager who's a woman, they tend to be like, well, can I talk to the guys? Can I talk to the person who knows anything? And it's like, well, no, but I know something. So changing that perception that you have to be a man to enjoy beer, to know what beer is really important to me. And then also, as a result of this last year, we've had this great sisterhood kind of build up naturally from this group of women who are able to say, oh, I've encountered this. Did you encounter this? And how did you handle it? And it's been just a really great thing to see.
Who would have thought this is such an important and compelling topic? Alexis, thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
State of Affairs with Steve Adubato is a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation. Funding has been provided by the Russell Berry Foundation, Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, NJM Insurance Group, New Jersey Sharing Network, the Healthcare Foundation of New Jersey, Choose New Jersey, Georgian Court University, PNC, Grow Up Great, and by St. Joseph's Health. Promotional support provided by Insider NJ and by the New Jersey Business and Industry Association.